When we did a recent survey with our agents and said, if there was one tool you can't live without, what would that be? And unilaterally, they said, RealScout's the tool that we can't take away. So that probably tells us a whole lot about which ones they're embracing and which ones they're not. My name is Rajeev Sajja. I work for Berkshire, Hathaway, HomeServices, Fox and Roach Realtors in the greater Philadelphia area. And I work as a Senior Vice President of Digital Marketing and Innovation. And this coming April, I would be here for 20 years. As a company, we've always sort of been on the lookout for innovative things that would provide our brokerage with a competitive edge. And that's when we discovered RealScout and we dug deep into our partnership. Traditionally, our agents have used MLS for listing alerts, which we feel like can really greatly be enhanced, and the MLSs, for whatever reason, haven't done it, and we felt like RealScout truly set us apart with listing alerts that our agents stay connected with their clients. That was our primary use case with RealScout, and we've sort of organically grown into market alerts, as well as exclusives, which are two other distinct use cases for RealScout as well now. In our usage of RealScout, our agents now, as we look back into the month of October, have 17,000 active clients in RealScout, which stirs up several conversations at an agent level in listing presentations, as well as a company, we can tout that that's number of buyers that are looking for homes just in our own network. So as agents go into listing presentations, they can now say, if you list with us, we have access to X number of buyers that are verified, that are connected to our agents versus just unverified buyers that there are a dime a dozen out there. And couple that with participating in a buyer graph in Philadelphia with other large brokerages, that number is much north of 17,000. We tend to win the listing because of the buyer data that's verified that exists, that's accessible to our agents. I think there's never been a more important and critical time in our industry where the agent needs to be the trusted expert with their clients. And the more portals are grabbing our agents' clients, that influence minimizes, and RealScout turns that completely in the favor of an agent. And being at the center of a transaction, before a transaction happens and post-transaction, RealScout exemplifies that relationship. Our company, when we started working with RealScout, we were in multiple MLSs, and the implementation team at RealScout is very familiar with the process of connecting with the MLSs, onboarding MLSs, and the implementation was very seamless because they've done this before with many companies, and they have a set best practices that they bring to the table that they work with the broker to make it happen. If you're a broker thinking of RealScout, I want you to take a step back and look at what your agent's journey is today. They are working with buyers, and they're probably using MLS listing alerts. That's an area you need to take a hard look at owning internally. So you start to build a buyer pool that is leveraged not just by your agents, by your broker, by your company, and participate in a local buyer graph if it exists, to truly take back control of your clients and empowering your agents to do the same. Not just connecting with buyers, but also winning listing presentations with market alerts and all the other things that come downstream because you have a pool of buyers that otherwise you can't really measure. Because that is a big part of retention and recruiting. And we believe that's a big part of our technology stack. And I would encourage you to take a hard look at that as well.